Okay, well, welcome. Thank you for being here, capital B, capital E. Thank you for being here and sharing this space as you enter into your own magical place. Good. And take your comfortable seat. I'm going to sit on a blanket and just sit with a long spine. I do still have my socks on, and we are going to start with foot massage. So whatever you like to do, it works for me. Okay, I'm going to turn the palms up and take this mudra we started with last class. And as you inhale, grow nice and tall. Maybe lift your shoulders up. And then take them back and down. As you exhale, bow your chin, close your eyes. Let your hands move maybe to the middle of your thighs so the elbows, shoulders can just hang down by the elbows. And then just start to settle into your breath. As you welcome yourself to your practice, to this yoga adventure, 1 hour of just like being at the amusement park, running from ride to ride. Just evoking that feeling of joy, of playfulness, curiosity, adventure. Take a nice inhale in, lengthen. You might even lift your chin. As you exhale, release the mudra, bring the hands together in front of your heart. Bow your chin once again as you honor all that is, all that you bring, all that you offer. And into that intermingling of play and reality, we'll chant Om together 3 times. Inhale. Bow your chin. Pause here for a full breath in, full breath out. And when you inhale, lift your heart, lift your chin, and as you exhale, release your hands to your thighs and open your eyes. Okay, so we're going to start with foot massage, and I know I'm going to go for this foot first, so I'm going to go for the opposite one. And just just start by warming up your foot. Move your toes around. Move into all that is. Good. Okay. So I'm going to guide you a little bit more here than I've been doing lately. So now just start to trace that center line of your foot. So maybe between the second and third toe to the center of your heel. Just trace that a few times with fingers or thumbs or in a fist. So you're really marking where that is. Okay, so after we've imprinted that a few times, now we're going to go the opposite way, center of the foot. So right from the center of the arch to the center of the outer edge of your foot, just trace that line a few times. Almost dividing the foot into its 4 quadrants. Good. Okay. All right. And now we're going to take, you're going to hold the top of your foot, take your thumbs to the balls of the feet. So, baby toe ball of foot, big toe ball of foot, and just push in and then release and walk your fingers in so that they're closer together. And then there might even have the one thumb on top of the other as you get to the middle. So just pushing into this place a few times. And then we come to the center. So that's the kind of in between the second and third toe. And just walk your thumb down there. Keep putting pressure until you find a place of like a little bit of discomfort. And then you're going to push in with your thumb and just make some circling and breathe. Okay, now you're just gonna push in there, just hold there and start to flex your toes. One more moment. Okay, release, massage the whole foot, and then just give those toes each a little, playtime. Good, and then we'll rub the whole foot, give it some twisting, awakening. Okay, and then release and just pause, feel or look, and then we'll switch. Okay, and once you switch, just take a few moments to acquaint yourself with this foot or warm it up. Okay, then we're going to find center line from top to bottom. And you're just tracing it with your thumbs, or your fingers, or your knuckles. Just paint that line, center of the foot from top to heel. Good. And then we're going to go the opposite way. So find the center of the arch and paint that line in the center of the foot. Okay, now we're going to come up and just massage the balls of the feet. So thumb on the big toe ball, other thumb on the baby toe, and ball of the foot. So you're not on the toes, you're on the foot. Just circle there and then just walk them into the center and out, and you could push. You might feel like, oh, I just need to massage. So you do that. I'm just pushing, walking the thumbs in and out. Good. Okay, then we're going to find what's called bubbling spring. So the thumb finds that place, center, in the middle of the foot, and you just go down underneath the ball of the foot. And you're going to push in and circle. So walk your thumb around till you find that place of like, oh, I know where that is. And then, just be with that space, massage it, love it. Good, okay, and then we'll just make our way up to the toes. Rubbing the top and the bottom of your foot. And then giving it the old twist. Awesome. Okay, good, beautiful, right? How nice. That's a loving thing to start with. Then you feel that. So good. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to slip the socks off. And set them aside. Okay, let's start lying down. We'll take a blanket for your head. I'm just sitting here going, I'll take the heating pad. But as far as any other props, I think we're okay. Good. Okay, so support your head in a nice way. Take your arms out to the sides, and then let's start in basic resting pose. So you'll heel toe your feet wide, drop the knees together. And we're just going to be here, receiving support of the floor. We'll add a little extra front of the shoulder opening. If this works for you, to interlace your fingers behind your head with the elbows out. And you can have your eyes closed, or just maybe softening your gaze wherever it lands. And I'll just really feel your breath moving through you. Okay, so if your hands are behind your head, and even if they're not, you're still going to do this. So I'll use the hands to lift the head up, and then I'll sneak the hands out above the head, flip the palms, and just extend the arms over your head. And you can even stretch the shoulders up to your ears a little bit longer. I'm going to add a little flexion in the back. So I'm anchoring the sit bones to the floor, pressing the palms away. And then I'll keep the arms as extended as they are, and I'll just melt your back to the floor. Feel your feet, push them into the floor, and let's take the left knee and just press it away from the right in some way, and then switch. So it's just a little micro movement, but your hip is moving. The arms might want to move a little bit. Good. Okay. And then bring your legs back to center. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, open your arms back out to the side. And just feel this slow awakening. Good. All right. So I'm going to take the hands behind the head again. You might even open your fingers, give them a little wiggle. Might roll your wrists a few times. And then we'll take the hands opposite, interlace behind the head. Just melt in here. Feel your chin tucking in a little bit. Good. Okay. And then once again, I'm just going to add a little bit of, no, not going to add anything yet. Just pause one more moment. Okay, now I'm going to add the head lift. So I'm going to lift the head, sneak the arms out, flip the palms, press those arms away from you. And then if it works to add a little bit of, lifting the low back. And then keep the arms where they are and release the back body to the floor. So it's almost like, lying down, cat-cow action a little bit. Good. And then just stay with the arms extended, but settle your body to the floor. And we'll push the right knee away. And then the left knee. And breathing and moving. Yes, that's it. It's not a huge movement, but we're opening the sides of the waist. Good. Okay. And then bring your legs back to center. Reach your arms up to the sky as you inhale. As you exhale. Melt your arms back to the floor. Pause. Okay. Separate your knees. We're going to start with windshield wiper. You're just dropping the knees side to side. You need to turn your palms down. That's fine. Good. Okay, so this is an action we're very familiar with. Let's slow it down. Like go almost like you're in slow motion. And just, can you almost like control the movement with your breath? It's just nice and slow. Good. I'm not really trying to get anywhere, but if we really slow it down, and then we use our powers of attention to feel the rolling over on the back and the hip moving and the foot articulation and all this stuff. You're moving your body all the time, but only when we engage in practices like this or we have an injury and we're very aware of the parts moving. So once you've done an equal number, we'll just come back. I'm going to heel toe my feet together. And then we'll bring the left knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers. And just draw this knee in and out. The right foot is still on the floor. So as you bring the left knee in, you might even push the right foot down. And the hips might come up off the floor. Almost like we're doing a cat-cow action. So as this shin moves away, you might feel your low back or mid-back lift up off the floor. Okay, let's let this left thigh settle and then release all that effort we were doing with the right foot. You can extend the right leg if that is something that works for you nicely. As I extend my right leg, my right foot is right against the wall. And that's a nice, you don't have to scooch down. But if I can engage all those 4 quadrants of my feet, my foot, it anchors the leg. So even if you don't have a wall, maybe you just imagine you're standing on your right foot. Take one more breath. Breathe it out. Bend your right leg, right foot to the floor. We'll cross left ankle over knee. Open your arms out to the side. Just be here for a moment. If you need a blanket under your hips, you're going to take care of yourself, whatever you need. We're going to rock this side to side a few times. So just moving into this windshield wiper pigeon on your back. Just moving this side to side. So, good. Well, let's slow it down. See how slow you can go without taking any tension in your face, without holding your breath. Okay. Do one last one. And then next time this left foot comes over to the right side, I'm going to keep it there. I'm going to take the right hand, find this ankle, and then you can even soften your left foot a little bit. Let the jaw go. If this is too much, you put a block or something underneath your foot, or don't hold on. Okay, I'm going to turn my head to the left. Let the jaw go and take your attention to the outer. Maybe you don't even need to say it. Maybe you're already like, I'm there in my outer left hip. Whew. So you be there. Release what is not serving you. Use your breath. And bring your head back to center. We'll release that right ankle. Right arm comes out. Inhale, lift it up. Come back to your back. Then walk your right foot over to the right. We're going to drop this package over to the left. So just making some space. So once you come down, you might walk that right foot more. You kind of see what happens here. And then breathe. Okay, so make it your own. Little flexion into the feet is nice. If it's too much, take the left foot off the right knee. I'm going to take the arms over the head. Left hand is going to catch hold of this right wrist and we'll pull this right arm. And then I'm pressing from the center of the right hip out through the right knee. One more breath. And then release arms, maybe come back out. Lifting this leg package up. Bring your right foot back in and then just release both feet to the floor. You could go wide with the knees together. Just be here for a few moments and feel. Soften the belly, the glutes, the jaw, like nothing happened. Okay, yeah, the change is palpable. You can feel it. I'm going to heel toe the feet together. We'll bring the right knee in, opposite interlace, hug it in. Then we'll just go back to this. I feel like it's like that rocking horse in the oil rigs of Alberta, where we are. So we push the left foot down as you bring that right knee in. Maybe the hips lift. As you push the right shin away, you might feel the low back lift up. And breathing, connecting your breath. And then we'll settle this right thigh in. So I hug it in. I'm lifting the hips a little bit. And then I have that in nice and snug. I'll settle the hips down and try and keep that. And you can extend the left leg. Imagine all 4 quadrants of your foot are active. Soften your jaw, your shoulders. In this shape, we just allow the pose to unfold. And we have the nice softening of the body into the earth. You don't have to worry about balancing. And then you can just be in the action. Okay, I'm going to bend the left foot to the floor. Cross right ankle over left knee. Open your arms up to the side. Just be here for a moment or two. It's almost like I'm just feeling what's happening here. And then we'll start to wave this side to side. The nice thing too, if we slow it down, then there's no, it almost takes off the pressure of having to get somewhere. We come back to this idea of it's the journey, not really the destination. That's the joys of a long road trip. Good. Just noticing how your breath will start to dance with the movement. Okay, so we're just preparing now. The next time the foot comes over to the left side, you're going to be there. The left hand can come down and catch hold of this right ankle. And prop up if you need to. Turn your head if that's a place. And then just really release the right side into the support of the left hand. And just let go. That's work, especially, hip stuff. I could say if we were all in the same room, I said, how many of us have hip pain? We probably all raise our hands. Just be here. One more breath. Release. And then taking that left arm out, inhale. Bring the package up. And once it's up, we're going to walk the left foot to the left. And as you exhale, release these knees to the right. Walk the left foot more to the left if that's available. Adjust the posture so that your knees are not screaming at you. And the hip isn't. Feet are a little bit flexed. Okay, then the arms come over the head. Just extend them. Right hand finds left wrist and just give it a little pull. Just like, that center line of your foot, the horizontal line. You feel that in your body, this horizontal line, and extending up from the center of the waist and extending out towards the knees from the center of the waist. Lovely breathing. Enjoy the ride. And then release your arms. Bring this leg package back up. Heel toe the left foot back to the center and then step your foot off. So we have both feet to the floor. I'm going to walk them in a little bit closer to the hips. We're going to lift the hips up. We're not going for a full bridge. You're just going to lift them up. They might go, if I took my hands down, maybe, 1 inch off the floor. And then press into the feet. See if you can soften your glutes, your jaw. Maybe you might even pick your toes up off the floor and feel these 4 quadrants of your foot pushing down. And as you do that, you might feel, the glutes are engaging. Can I soften them once again? Just be in that softening. So there's the support of the feet, softening of the glutes. We'll just be here for one more moment. And then as we lower down, we're going to do that really slow. Soften the glutes, soften the glutes, soften the glutes the whole way down. You almost land in these little pillows, little fleshy pillows. Okay, bring your knees into your chest, hug them in, and gently rock them in and out. So the hands might pull the knees in, and then palms on your kneecaps as you extend the legs or the knees away from your chest. Just do that a few times. Good. And then we're going to do one knee in, one knee out. So just feeling what that is. If your hands are a hindrance, you want to just take them off and just rock one knee in, one knee out. You do that. Good. Okay. Hands on your tops of your shins. Open the knees out to the side and just start to bring them in towards, the sides of your ribs. And we're just going to rock in and out. So the tail might lift and your hands might walk down your shins as you do this. Just find this little ride here and enjoy the ride. Good. And then just hug these knees in. Soften the tail to the floor as best you can. Soften the sides of your waist. Okay, we'll move into happy baby. So the arms come inside the knees. Maybe you find the outer edges of your feet, or if that's not going to happen for you, just find a place there where you can be in this shape, and we'll just rock side to side. And the tail is probably lifting off the floor. So as you rock, you're really drawing lines across the center of your waist to the mid-back area. Good. Okay, and then bring yourself to your center. Bring the soles of the feet together. You can interlace your fingers above the, around the outer edges. Let's do that. And you can let your heels drop towards your groins here. I'm going to press the knees out. And then on the exhale, I'm just going to hug the knees in towards the arms. So make it work for you, whatever you need to do. Just extending those knees away and in. Soften the belly a little bit if you can. Good. Maybe one more. Yes, and then we'll release. Bring the knees into your chest, hug them in. Okay, feet to the floor, and extend your legs. Take your arms over your head. Open your hands. Take a few breaths here. Maybe you tuck your chin a little bit. Good. And a little bend the left knee, left foot to the floor. Bend the right knee, right foot to the floor. You're going to heel toe the feet right together. You're going to extend your left leg up to the sky and then cross your left knee right over your right knee. And take a moment here, just make any adjustments that so you feel okay, comfortable, even. And then inhale as you are. As you exhale, we'll bring the knees in, take the arms up and over, and then just find some place here you can hold on to. That might be behind the thigh or top of the shin. Maybe the fingers interlace. Just be here for a moment, and then if this works, I'm going to take the right hand to the right ankle, left hand to the left ankle, and just gently draw these shins towards my head a little bit. Add some flexion in your feet. And if that works, then I take my right hand, sole of the left foot, left hand, sole of the right foot. And even as I hug in, I'm resisting a little bit through the feet. Okay, I'm going to drive the bus here. So I'm just moving the feet, the hips, everything, and just find your playfulness for one more moment. Okay, and then release, stretch the legs out, take the arms over your head if that is a comfortable place, and breathe. Okay, release like you're doing nothing, but everything. Okay, and the right leg, right foot to the floor, left foot to the floor, heel toe your feet together, right leg up to the sky, and then right knee over left knee. Just take a moment or two to feel this. Okay, inhale. You exhale, knees in, arms up and over. Find whatever works here, wherever your hands go. And then just gonna rock this in and out. And if it works, to take hold on to the outer edges of your ankles. Gently draw the shins in, even if the tail lifts. Maybe the soles of the feet, all these different bus stops. Okay, and wherever you are here, we're just going to do this little bit of driving a bus. Why does it have to be a bus? We're driving a speedboat. Whatever it is, you're driving your hips. Good, and then bring it to center. Release, feet to the floor, extend your legs. Take your arms up and over your head. Good. Okay, so stay in this extension. Bend the left leg, left foot to the floor, and then heel toe your left foot out, wherever that's going to go. I'm keeping my arms over my head. You put your arms wherever you like. The arms are important, but wherever you place them is important. Okay, and then we're just inhale. On the exhalation, take that left knee in towards the inseam of your right leg. Letting me press it down. And then inhale, take it up and drop it out to the left. And so we're just waving this left knee. It might be as slow as I said at the beginning, just moving with each part of your breath. Or you might even just use the inhale to open and the exhale to close. Okay, so once you've got that little dance happening and your whole hip might be moving, the whole pelvic floor, you could add a little bit extra as the knee comes in. You anchor that left foot and let the left hip lift. Good, let's just do that a few times, just as if you're almost stretching after you wake up. Good. Okay. All right, and then bring yourself to center, just switch legs. And once the right foot hits the floor, just heel toe it out, and then go ahead and move into this little dance here. Just waving that knee in and out. And breathing. Of course, breathing. But here you breathe all day. How often do you pay attention? I mean, it would be crazy if we were all day just keenly, I mean, it would be amazing. We could be keenly aware of each breath. And here you are. And here you are. Good. Okay, and then adding a little bit of the hip lift if you haven't. Good. And then coming back to center and extending the leg. Just be there. Okay, good. I'm gonna come up to sitting and like, do the crib, do we rock and roll? I think we're gonna rock and roll. If that works, if it's no good for you, you're the only one who knows. You just roll over to your side. Otherwise, I'm just gonna do this about 5 times. Just rolling the whole length of your spine. One more. Okay, and then yes. Okay, once we come up, let's just pause for a moment. I'm just going to sit on my feet, on my toes and feet. You sit however you like. We're going to come to a downward dog in a moment. I just want to be here. Just let everything come back and one more breath. Okay, and then we'll move into downward facing dog. If you have a wall right there, you could even take your feet like, so they're just not touching the wall. And then when you come up, the heels hit the wall. And sometimes that's really helpful. It gets the feet nice and open. I can push the heels into the wall. Heels of the hands push down and away. Okay. Once you're here, you can do any movements that feel good. I'm doing a little bit of cat-cow with the tailbone. I'm just lifting it up and tucking it in. Do that a few times. Okay, and then just settle in. Let's take 3 more breaths. Lower down onto the knees. We'll move into child's pose. So I'll take the knees wide, big toes touch, tops of the feet on the floor, hips to heels. You can always pull this blanket or your bolster in to support your chest. Extend your arms out, walk them out. And then you come down to wherever you need to, prop up. Just be in this extended child's pose. Forehead, resting on the floor. If your feet need an adjustment and not touching, it's all good. This is your time to really be in this body and to give it space. I'm thinking of this pose as an offering of spaciousness and back of the heart, even the back body. Just melt for a few more moments here. Release the glutes if you can. Feel the back of the heart. Okay. From here, I'm going to come back to a downward facing dog. So as you inhale, you'll rise up and then just keep it really meditative. So you push back. I'm going to walk my heels back to the wall. And then bring your big toes to touch, and let's just take the right leg up and just extend it up. Push the heels of the hands away. Tuck your chin. And then switch. Little three-legged dog. Just nice opening. Feel your strength and connective powers here. Release the foot down to the floor. We'll come back to hands and knees. I'm going to put the tops of the feet down. My knees are right together. Coming back to child's pose. But this time, it's a lot tighter. So if it doesn't work, you just go to where you need to be. Like, why could this not be a child's pose? Just with that arm straight, and that might be a lot too. So just feel. Otherwise, it's like a snug bug child's pose. And you might even feel your belly, your heart space resting on your thighs, and that's going to draw more breath into the back body. And just take 2 more breaths here, feeling the breath moving through you. Okay, come back. 2 hands and knees. I'm going to tuck these little toes under. You can walk your knees wider apart if you like, because I'm just going to do a little bit of this front to back. And finding maybe a stretch in the calves. So as I come back, and I'm kind of balancing here, I'll walk the hands forward, even though they're not touching anything, and just pause. But you could still be rocking forward and back. Good. Okay, and then we're just going to come to sitting. And let's bring, we're going to do a few forward folds. So if you like to have a bolster, blocks, lots of heating pads, whatever you like, bring that in. Okay, I'm going to take this blanket and I'm just going to use it for sitting on. Good. Okay. All right. Good. So let's start with the legs stretched out straight. And I'm bringing myself forward. I'm just perching. The fleshy bits are on the blanket. The bones are off. If you need something, underneath your knees, your heating pad or a blanket, find it. And just be here for a few moments. So you're lifting yourself up. Feet are flexed as if you're standing on them. And then from here, you'll just start to walk yourself forward and be very mindful, not too hungry. Come back to that idea of moving really slow. So you're feeling this stretch underneath the legs and you're just here for it. You're here for it. And that's what you're looking for. How can I find that? And then slowly release myself. Just this, not too hungry for it, just experiencing this ride. Being your face soft, and then letting your head hang if that works, although that's going to give you another stretch. You might feel it right into your legs. So just allow the pose to unfold. You're just working with the breath here. You feel the inhale might even take you out of it a little bit, and the exhale melts you back in. You can just explore that. Even if you're sitting upright with just your head hanging, like that's good work. Of everything that's opening here. Feel like your feet soften, your legs soften. In the final few moments. And gently use your hands to walk back. Pardon me. Press yourself upright and then just be in the sit for a moment. Just feel. Okay. We come to Vadakanasana, so soles of the feet together. We did this already on your back. Prop up underneath your knees if you need to. And give these little soles of your feet a little, oh, love you. Maybe even the inseam of the legs for a moment. Just adjust what you need to. And then we're going to come to begin with the hands behind, and it's this lifting of the heart, opening of the shoulders back, and taking the ribs back. And allowing your head to drop and the hands to maybe come forward, just easing yourself in. And just finding that place again. I'm a big fan of moving in the pose, so if you need to sway and open, the hip joints should be pretty open. And just finding the melting in. Release, the head goes, the jaws relax. And so you just allowing the body to drop into this as it's ready for it. And you can coax it with these little micro movements. And just following the path of your breath and what it's bathing in this shape. And just taking 3 more breaths here. Let that be the invitation to drop in more deeply. Using your hands to slowly lift yourself up. And once you come upright, let's bend the knees for a moment. Let's do a little seated windshield wiper just to have little hip creases. Okay. And then we're going to come to wide-legged. We'll open the legs wide. Again, adjusting your prop under your knees, all that stuff. And then just settling into this upright seated place. So even though we know we're going to come forward, this is the part of the pose right here. So be here. And feel this upright, lift of the heart, shoulders back, maybe even settling into the back body a little bit. And then when you're ready, let the head go, the arms can come in. Just walk yourself in without any expectations. Just the only expectation you have here is to feel into these places that stretch open. Invite ourselves into this shape. And find those places where you can pause and you can slowly open. taking your time. And that could mean, a lifetime. And find that place of settling in. Okay. Taking 3 more breaths here. And slowly walking yourself upright and just come to a cross-legged, whichever side. Just be here in the cross. Okay, I'm just going to take seated twist. So be in your cross-legged sit for 1 moment. Lengthen yourself tall if you can, almost like you're moving the body up and down. And then left hand behind, right hand across. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, gently turn. And walk your left hand behind you more if there's space. Breathe. Even close your eyes. Good. And stay in the twist. On your exhale, just turn your head to look over your right shoulder. Take a little neck stretch here. Inhale. And exhale to your center, and we'll just pause in the unwinding. And we'll change the cross of the legs. And then be in your sit for a moment or two. Really about what's happening from the hips up to the crown of the head. And then right hand behind, left hand comes over. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, turn. And softening the muscles of your face. And settle in, even as you're in it. And settle in. And then inhale. On the exhale, just turn the head to the left shoulder. Jaw soft. Can you open your heart here? Inhale. And exhale and release. Just pause for a moment. Okay, I'm going to come to legs up the wall, and that could be your Shavasana, or you will do a half and half. Okay, I think I'm just going to use this blanket. I just seem to have pretty prop-free practice, so I'll just use that blanket to support my hips. And if your legs, if you need to set up further away from the wall, you do that. Okay. And then you probably don't need a support for your head, but if you do, you're going to put it in. Abandon. So throw that in. Okay. And then it's always nice to have something to, I'm just going to use this shawl to wrap the legs. Okay. So bring myself to sit. And roll. I have my hips pretty close to the wall. You don't have to do that. That's not happy for you. Figure it out. Okay, if you don't have a wall space, you could just put your hips on a block. And do that for your legs up the wall. Okay. Such a great little pose, change gravity, even change our visual perspective of ourselves. Just resting in here. Okay, I'm going to let you guide your practice here with your legs up the wall. You're going to let the legs relax and then just feeling into those shapes that we did. Forward folding, we did it with the legs together and then soles of the feet together and then the legs wide. So I'm going to be in this legs up for as long as it feels appropriate. You'll know. And then if you want to change it to either of those positions or run through all three of them, maybe I'll guide you. So we'll just hang out here with the glutes soften, the back soften, the shoulders soften, back of your head, your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw, sides of your neck. Open parts of your arms and your palms. And then the back of your arms, backs of the hands, backs of the shoulders, and the backs of the shoulder blades. Whole low back area soften. Just let your legs be heavy into their sockets. You bring the soles of the feet together and open the knees out to Vadakanasana at the wall. If you're farther away from the wall, this might not be very comfortable, so permission to skip it. Or make it your own, the soles of the feet at the wall and the knees open. Another way to do it. Just walk your feet wide apart. As you're here. And just melting whole back of the body, everything we just ran through. Depending on how nicely you've wrapped your legs, you might stay here and just go back to straight legs, or now I'm going to open the legs wide. Just let the wall support whatever part of the leg you're going to support. And just breathe. Okay. So this might be a lot for you. Just drive your ship here and we'll meet with the legs back up the wall. And once you have the legs back up, and you can decide if you want to stay there for the next few minutes we have, or you want to just roll to your side and lie down flat for Shavasana. That's lovely too. Deeply surrendering to the support of the floor, the wall, the earth. And beginning your journey to come upright, and just start by feeling into the breath. Let that initiate whatever wants to move next. Just feel move in a way that feels right. So as you bend your knees, you might just need to rest like that for a few moments. You might hug the knees in. Almost like that compact little child's pose we did today. Just continue on. So roll to your side if that's the time to do that. And take a few moments on your side. Just let everything settle. Press yourself upright. So I'm not rushing this process at all. Just letting it unfold. It gets a pose of your practice, this reawakening to your own space of magic and transformation, joyfulness, and playfulness, and curiosity. It's magic. And so just feeling into all that you have created and all you have released. Inhale and lengthen tall. As you exhale, bring these palms together in front of your heart with great reverence. Bow your chin and great honoring to all that you offer yourself. This space of self-care. As you inhale, lift your chin, lift your heart. As you exhale, release the shoulders, and seal this practice with our May We Be Blessed mantra and an Om. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. Inhale. Breathe into your hands. Catch your breath, bow your chin. Lift your chin, open your eyes, and put all of that sacred prayer into your beingness. Send it out. With so much joy and presence. And then bring it back. Put it in your heart, that's yours. That's all right. Well, thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May this practice nourish you for the rest of this beautiful day, whatever it is. And I'll see you guys. Thank you. So see you in your next class. Have a good day.